schemas out there you could look into, such as premise, which was covered in the first webinar in this series, and it's a preservation metadata, as well as more format-specific schemas like mix for images or PB core for audio and video. You could even use something like METS for tying all of these elements together. It's important to note here that if you don't have the infrastructure to implement these XML metadata standards, even a simple spreadsheet is better than nothing. The last element you need to think about is how you'll store the data. Disks can be fragile and may be unreadable in the future, and you probably won't have to probably not want to image them all again, so you need to keep the data safe. A very basic tenet of digital preservation is to make more than one copy. If one copy is damaged or deleted, you'll have a backup. Additionally, you should save those two copies on two physically different locations, a computer and an external hard drive, a hard drive and a network, networks in two different regions, or even a computer and a cloud service. There are a lot of options out there for this. In addition, you may look into a repository or other managed service for dealing with the metadata and the objects. The same repositories that have been used for digitized content could be used for this, like ContentDM or DSpace. The difference may be that some of these systems may not have tools to deal with your files if they're in especially unusual or older formats, but you should be able to upload them as content in some cases. If you don't have a repository, you'll want to devise a system to store and track the content just as you would any physical assets. It will depend on the size of the collection and your institution size how you want to do this. A very basic workflow might include a spreadsheet inventory and storage on Amazon Cloud Services. A more complex